Hello and welcome to another episode of O Faces. We are your hosts, Mr.
and Mrs. Mocha. I almost forgot my name.
It happens to the best of us. And tonight we are going to have special guests on, Secret Vixen and Secret Stag. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hi there.
We're excited to have you guys on.
We're excited to be on. We're staying up late especially for this.
We are.
Mr. Mocha.
It's 1 a.m. over here.
Oh,
we are
man.
excited to get going.
Yeah, you guys are probably excited to get going and get to sleep.
I'm not going to lie, maybe.
No way. Talking to you guys can be way more fun than sleep.
Oh, I'm excited because, I actually got to meet you guys, and, I didn't get an opportunity to spend as much time with you guys as I wanted to.
Because you were being a whore.
No, because I didn't come back out of the room that day. Is it Mocha?
You literally were, the day you met them was before that.
Yeah, but that day I was a crazy busy day.
Yeah.
So you were,
If it makes you feel better, Secret Vixen was also being busy, so, these things happen.
Yeah, I was a different kind of busy at the event, so sometimes I get crazy, different kind of busy, but, next time we'll definitely have some fun. So,
are you saying you want to have sex with her?
Absolutely.
I really don't know if I want to be offended about that or not.
You should be offended because I'm going to do dirty things to her.
Secret Vixen just sits awkwardly in the corner. Are we good?
You're good.
No, yeah, you are good. Don't forget, Mrs. Mocha is a level 10 smartass. So before we get going, we need to get to know you guys.
Okay, so we have been in the lifestyle since 2018.
Yep.
And we would, if we're going to label ourselves, we would describe ourselves as being a Stag and Vixen couple.
A hotwife couple, yeah, we got into it. So I sort of, 10 years prior to telling her, so 2008, I started having these fantasies about her and wanted to share and things. And, at that time, I'm consuming all the wrong kind of media, I'm onto like the porn sites and the cuckold porn things and stuff like that. And I'm watching it and going through a state of like masturbation and then feeling shit about myself and then wanting to confess to her what it is and thinking, well, I don't want to be like these guys I'm watching in the movies. And of course now all power to like cuckold couples and things like that, but I wasn't into the humiliation stuff. I wasn't into that deep denial stuff. I wasn't into the sharing stuff. I didn't know where to go. And eventually, after 10 years, you had a baby, our second child, and our sex life was harder at that point, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of, it's all the stereotypical kind of that I'd had my children. I hadn't been able to get back to kind of children weight, so low, very, very low self-esteem. Yeah. And therefore kind of like our sex life did kind of dry up quite significantly because if I just didn't feel confident in myself. And it was kind of one of those moments where we'd gone to bed, kind of lights had turned off, kind of Secret Stag made a move, and once again I kind of...
Because I was always making a move. I was still trying.
always trying. And again,
that.
kind of... Yeah. I'd rejected him essentially again, and that sort of moment when you're just lying in bed and you can feel that something wants to be said but no one wants to say it. It was kind of a really kind of heavy silence almost, and eventually Secret Stag just kind of said, oh, anyone would be happy to have you or something like that. And I was like, what do you mean? Like anybody, like who? I don't know why I said who.
I said, well, it's funny you say who.
I was like, I want names, I want places.
Because when I was drunk with a mate of yours a few weeks ago, we talked about it, and this is, of course, what I was saying in bed, and it all just flooded. I thought, I'm going to shoot my shot, I'm going to tell her everything, and I did. I told her about a mutual friend, more her friend than my friend, that we've grown very close to, and he was interested in doing it, and we had great sex that night where we were finally honest and open about this fantasy. 4 months later, we...
Yeah, and I mean, you were quite shocked at how open to the suggestion that I actually...
Oh, you were made for this life. You were made for this life.
But we also joke in the fact that I'm the most innocent, kind of rude person as it was. I had no idea any of this kind of world existed.
Yeah.
Like when Secret Stag kind of opened up and told me about this fantasy, I was like, you what? Huh? Is this true? And I think obviously Secret Stag was naturally really worried that I was going to take it completely the wrong way.
Well, I hadn't told you yet.
Yeah, and funnily enough, I'm being quite a geeky person myself. When he kind of said that there were almost like these alter egos of if you're a hotwife couple, you're a stag and you're vixen, I completely bought into that. I was like, so I can be a vixen. I get a label. I get a secret.
You reckon she's like one of the X-Men? She's loving it.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And then I very much like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be the best one there is.
And so, and there we are.
Here we are.
That's how we got
Wait,
started.
was
That's
this
how we
the
got
first
started.
conversation once you started saying stuff like this?
Yeah. I basically, but then I don't forget, I had it all in my head this time. I've been doing all the wrong things, and I almost told Secret Vixen so many times, and then I got to the point where I can't continue being like rejected. My self-esteem's in the gutter. Her self-esteem's in the gutter.
And actually, through the power of hindsight, I can recall so many times before that actual conversation happened where you had almost tried the conversation, but I just kind of had shut it down, or almost that you were so tentative with it that I didn't kind of pick up on it.
Yeah, you
makes
pick up,
sense. So yeah, but it did go very positively, the conversation.
And then she chatted to this guy who was like her friend and my friend, and they played together, then dating sites, then Twitter, X, and then loads of stuff, and then here we are.
So wait.
You're jumping
Wait,
fast.
wait. I just have a question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, do you feel like, because I won't say this, but I will say it. Do you feel like you were bored with each other and it spiced it up, or you were just at a place where like everything was kind of like the same and so the new made it better? Because I've heard two different perspectives.
I definitely think the new side was the very exciting thing for me. I mean, as I said, my self-esteem was so low, and then suddenly being told that actually people did find me attractive when I couldn't see myself being attractive, that instantly my self-confidence did begin to grow. And I've always been, ever since kind of like a teenager, I've always been a very, very monogamous person. I've gone from long-term relationship to long-term relationship. Yeah. And so I'd never done like the whole kind of dating experience sort of thing. So for me, when we did start to kind of speak to guys, it was very much that there would be like a kind of almost like a vanilla date. First of all, like we would go to like a pub or a restaurant and kind of just hang out. And so I was kind of getting that experience of being kind of wined and dined. So I don't think it wasn't a boredom element of it. It was just such low self-esteem that I just kind of was like, well, no one's going to find me attractive. And all I would therefore, when we would be having sex, I would just be kind of thinking, oh gosh, I probably look gross. I look like some kind of monster. I look like Jabba the Hutt, or all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Mom bods are a thing.
Yeah. So say that one again?
I said mom bods are a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had always kind of growing up, I'd done quite a lot of sport and things, so I'd always kind of quite prided myself that I had a good figure, I was in good health, and then I just could not kind of get anywhere close back to kind of what I had been sort of pre-kids, and that was obviously having a much kind of bigger psychological impact on me than I ever kind of thought it would. So it was kind of just the self-confidence alone kind of was one of the biggest draws.
Yeah, I agree.
Mr. Mocha and I can say that, well, I don't know, I won't speak for him. I feel like I'm being a boss and I'm not really the boss, but I feel like we kind of have went through that over the years, even in lifestyle, and not consistently, but like if we take breaks, we are like, once we get back into it, we're like, holy shit, like our sex always gets better each time, I guess. Every time we take a break and go back into it, I'm like, why do we fucking take a break? That was so stupid.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The best experiences we've had have been, like, obviously bringing other people into our marriage has been fucking hot, but our relationship is always at the core of that, and that reconnection afterwards is always fucking fantastic. I love that.
Can you tell us about your very first experience?
So the first experience was the kids had kind of gone away for the evening. They were obviously being well looked after.
Yeah, the kids are total buzzkills, so we never play at home anymore. But for this occasion, yeah.
And so it had been kind of quite. It'd taken a while to kind of arrange it and kind of for stars almost to align sort of thing. And we did decide to host here in our house because we kind of weren't really sure how you would approach it. And so the evening came around, the kids weren't here, so I was kind of getting ready. And I tend to, when dates are about to happen, I kind of will go quite quiet because I start to kind of really think about it. I kind of play out almost scenarios in my head. And actually Secret Stag gets very involved with me getting ready for kind of like a date or an encounter or whatever you want to just kind of call it. So he often will actually almost pick out my outfits because he's actually the best person at dressing me because he will always be...
You are.
He always sees outfits and he's like, oh, that would look great on you. And I'm like, really? Are you sure? And then lo and behold, I'll put it on and actually I'm like, oh no, this is quite cute. I would never have chosen it. Yeah. So he's always been very heavily involved. So he did then actually have to leave the house to go and kind of collect the guy, so I did have a little bit of time where I was kind of in the house on my own.
Were you shitting yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, what am I about to do? Very quickly kind of having some Dutch courage, having a drink just to kind of settle the nerves. And we had that typical kind of awkwardness when he did come in. Like, we were like, where do we sit? Do I sit next to him on one sofa or do I sit next to you guys?
You guys were messaging for a while.
Yeah.
After that night we talked and the fantasy had sort of started rolling.
Yeah, because I'm not the sort of person who can just be like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, sort of thing. There has to be a connection. And I was really fortunate that it was, as I say, a friend who I'd had since I was almost like a kid. But obviously...
This was taking things to a new level.
Oh, yeah. So we were so awkward with one another, even though we've known each other most of our lives. So, yeah, we were kind of sat next to each other on the sofa, just like kind of doing like sideways looks, kind of going, what do we do?
And I'm on the other sofa looking like, fucking, they're going to do it. They're going to do the thing. Oh, my God. It wasn't sexy in the slightest. It was so awkward. And then Secret Stag's going like, oh, why don't you touch her leg? Because I was wearing kind of like wet look leather. Oh yeah, I had her looking in all the stuff, mate. She had the heels on and the wet look leggings and shit.
He's like, touch her leg. They feel great in the trousers. And then I was kind of like, oh, stop it, you're big, so awkward.
Oh, you would have just sat there all night.
We would have just sat there and discussed the weather and stuff. But yeah, so that kind of happened, and then it instigated, and kind of hand on the leg, then went to kind of, we started to kiss. And I was genuinely shocked at how the second we started kissing, it just didn't suddenly feel awkward anymore. Even though, again, this was like, you were one of my best mates. Yeah. And still is. It hasn't destroyed our relationship. No. There is a friend.
Wait, I'm sorry, say that part again. You said it did destroy...
No, it didn't. So we're still good. We're still good friends, but we're now kind of in very different stages. Like at the time, he was single, but since then he is now kind of married and has moved away. So, but we're still we are definitely still friends and things like that.
Yeah.
So
there was never a worry that would happen as well, because obviously I'd known this guy for years and years and years and years as well, and it was all quite comfortable.
Yeah.
And but from the moment watching you when you got started, as you said you felt no worry or nerves. From the other side, I was like, oh man, she is fully into this. This is great. This was great. There was nerves, of course, but it was very natural. It was very comfortable. There was laughter and jokes. I think if you're laughing in the bedroom when stuff is happening, it's always a good sign. And it was a great experience.
Yeah, it really was. It was a lot of fun.
Did you have rules going into it the first time?
honestly, like initially I had kind of said that like Secret Stag was like, oh no, you don't get involved because I don't know how I'm going to cope, because I'd never had like a threesome or anything at that point. So that was complete like new territory for me. So I was very much like, you don't get involved. But then where kind of things just kind of, it was quite organic, naturally things happened, and actually I did engage kind of Secret Stag, and actually eventually it kind of did turn more into a threesome than a kind of a voyeuristic.
And we saw him a couple of times after and had like proper threesomes, didn't we? Like, I did like more balanced threesomes, less of a hotwife situation, more of a FM. From there, that's where we all got started.
Did you watch porn leading up to that? Because did you share porns that you saw with her to lead up to that, or did you just dive right in?
Mr. Mocha, I'm still trying to share porns with her now. She is like the most prim and proper, rude person you've ever met. She doesn't really watch porn. She's not really into those sorts of things. You're a very sort of cerebral person. You enjoy stories and talking about things.
Yeah, I would much rather kind of read about things and watch it. And I think that's actually part of where the blog then kind of came around, because of where we have to be.
So for context, we write a lifestyle blog where we talk about your adventures and stuff.
And the reason why that came around was because of where we're having to be quite secretive and we can't give away our kind of true identities. Again, superhero secret names. I'm totally here for it. I was having these like wonderful experiences, and I couldn't talk to like my closest friends about it. And I was like, but I need to tell somebody about what's going on. So I kind of thought, well, let's try writing it down. So I did. And then I was writing it, and then I was kind of thinking, well, how on earth am I going to get people to now read it? And then that's when we kind of joined Twitter, so that basically I could just share this, like these wonderful encounters that I was having. And also I quite like the idea of seeing if my writing would help others, because as I said, I had no idea about this kind of side of things. I had no idea about the lifestyle, kind of naughty Twitter as it was then, obviously X now. And that's kind of where it came from. So even now, as Secret Stag says, I don't really massively partake.
I do partake in the porn, just to put it out there. I'm fully involved. I love all that.
I'm right there with you.
Who is the porn that you watch?
Pardon?
Who is the porn that you watch?
I watch your porn, my love. I watch your porn. I enjoy watching her, and I watch other things back. In the run up to it, porn was never a thing for us. But I would like you to watch more porn now. I think that'd be a really good thing.
Yeah, I've kind of started to kind of watch it a little bit more now, but not hugely.
So I do have to ask one question. Okay.
Yeah.
You've used the word rude a couple times. What does rude mean on your side of the pond?
So on our side of the pond, kind of, it's a homophone, essentially rude. So obviously you can use it to describe people who aren't being very kind. But also in this sense, when I'm using it, it's like the sexy side of stuff. As I said, I'm the most PG kind of naughty person there is.
Sexy, naughty.
Mary Poppins, I often get described as.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you.
Same. Mr. Mocha calls me Mary Poppins frequently.
Really?
I believe
you're practically
in that.
perfect in every way.
Yes, of course. Wake up with a spoonful of sugar and a blowjob.
Correct.
Helps the medicine go down.
I would like that, Secret Vixen. Where's my morning blowjob? And yeah. Oh gosh, I love all that stuff. I think porn is almost a double-edged sword in a way, because I love consuming real situations. Like the reason I like watching my wife in situations, because I know that it was real, and I know it was an organic, natural situation. It wasn't like a scripted thing. I know scripted porn exists. I know it's really fun too. But yeah, for us, I really enjoy the real element of it all.
So now you're a stag as well. So do you play as well? Like,
I play. Do you know what? Sorry, I cut you off, Mr. Mocha. During lockdown, because 2020 came, we were on this massive high, weren't we? About this is going to be the greatest.
Yeah, following trips in New York.
Went to New York. Met some great people, and you played. And we're like, this is going to be the greatest hotwife year ever. 2020 is the year it happens for us. And obviously, COVID hit, lockdown, all into this. But we fell into the swinging community then via X, met some wonderful people. And yes, I'm fortunate to play with some great people. We met some great lifelong friends.
Absolutely.
Including a couple we're super close to, who we're almost in a quite close relationship with them now. The hotwife thing is always on my mind though. So even though I was a stag at heart, I really thrive off watching Secret Vixen play with other men.
Mr. Mocha is that way also. I feel like we wear more than one name tag. Only because
That's fair.
same. Like he enjoys seeing me play. Like there's been several times I play in the basement in like a specific room, and I look over and see the shadow of his dick hard standing at the door, and I'm like, okay, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
Spying.
So, but I think he's the same in that. Like I like either playing by myself or in group settings, so I can live with or without like him playing. But he's also not. I don't want to say you're bad at it, but he's not as good at group stuff as I am.
Oh, I'm definitely not.
Okay.
I am terrible at group stuff. My attention span is way too short for group stuff.
You're messing with my headphones.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to turn my levels up.
I can't hear anything, and he keeps turning it down.
Well, turn yours up.
Okay, thank you.
For me, I have a hard. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I think Vixen's probably the same. You quite like one-on-one encounters. Well, that's been in some great.
Well, the thing is, with everything with the lifestyle for us has been kind of just ever evolving. So when we first started, I was very adamant. I was like, no, I don't want to see you play. I don't want to, you're not to get involved with anyone. And then
that's how I approached the whole thing. Yes. This wasn't like a trick to trick her into getting into swinging. I was fully on board, like, hotwifing's where I want to be, even if I don't ever play with someone.
Yeah, and then it kind of, even quite early on, well, as I said, on this very first encounter, he did kind of get involved. And then, as Secret Stag said, during kind of COVID, and once COVID eased, and then obviously kind of events and things started happening again, there were situations where there were orgies and kind of multiple play. And actually, Secret Stag did play with other women. And as I said, it just kind of shows that it is ever evolving for us, and like the key is that communication has to be at the heart of it. So we'd always say that we'd have our best debriefs with each other on the drive back from an event or something. With that's when we'd end up having the most honest conversations.
Absolutely.
So far, as far as like when you first started, you didn't really have rules. Have you created rules now?
Or you just like go with the flow, like that feels good. So yeah, we'll talk about that today, and you could go.
We're kind of a little bit of both. There were I'd say there were some soft rules initially, which, as I said, it turned out that they didn't stick. Hence the kind of
the playing,
you playing with others.
We've always been a kissing couple. Kissing is a major importance to you.
Yeah,
so I know some couples aren't cool with that, but we've always been a kissing couple.
But we are very much kind of go with the flow sort of people, and people will say to me, oh, what's your fantasy? What's your fantasy? And my head will just kind of go blank. But then in the moment when I'm kind of playing with a guy, that's when I'll suddenly kind of be very open to kind of suggestions and things. And
will you?
Yeah.
You need inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. And then after we would debrief and sort of say, oh, how did that kind of go? So, for example, when we were at the recent event, there were some kind of situations which were very new for us. Yeah. And actually afterwards, I was like, you know what? The play was great, but I didn't like that element of it, or that didn't quite do anything.
And that's when you had those honest conversations, because I was talking to Secret Vixen saying, oh, I thought I was feeding off your energy, and I thought you were liking that. She's like, no, I wasn't really liking that. And that's okay. You know, not every play date goes perfect, and you learn from each of them, and we're learning as we're going, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that you said that your inspiration kind of comes when you have a dick in you, because that's literally my most nasty times. And just tell Mr. Mocha later, like, oh yeah, I did this, this, and this. And he's like, he still is shocked some days at some of the stuff that I actually come up with. But I'm also like super cerebral. Like, I like dirty talk. And if you say the right things at the right time, you get like Mrs. Mocha times 10. And usually first go around is usually like Mrs. Mocha like 3 or 4 because I don't like to scare anyone off. So I can't say everything that's in my head. But after, like I said, if you say the right thing the first time, you'll get it all and it's there.
Oh my God, it's like an achievement on Xbox. You like unlock the next level. Like, yes.
Yep.
Now we got the next page now.
Now, of course, unless she's like she'll get into a certain headspace where she'll just go fucking wild. Mm-hmm. You get her in the event. She's good by herself, but she's kind of like a pack animal. If you get her and 2 or 3 of her female friends who match her energy, it's just, it's some poor guy's gonna get fucked to death.
Oh my gosh.
And she just gets more and more wound up as she goes. So. I'm like in the background, like encouraging her bad behavior. Like, yes, I don't think he respects your dick sucking game. I heard him saying you didn't know what you're doing, and she's like, what?
I'll show that motherfucker a throatzilla. Yeah. I got this.
So, Mr. Mocha, what you're saying is we need to get Secret Vixen and Mrs. Mocha together and see if their energies match, and we can see if we can.
As long as you're okay with babysitting. Mr. Mocha won't babysit me at events. So if you're okay with babysitting, I'm in.
Yeah, my wife is like a social butterfly. Catching her is like catching the wind sometimes. There's times when I'll be standing somewhere with her and I'll turn my back and then she'll be gone. And then, people just like, oh, yeah, I saw your wife down there. Oh, hey, I saw you. Like, everyone, like, literally walks by and gives me, like, a status report on where Mrs. Mocha is located. It's like, where's Waldo?
Last spotted.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're putting up posters like, well, have you seen this woman? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't even need posters. Everybody knows. Like, if they walk past her, like, hey, I just saw her up on the 4th floor. Oh, great, thanks.
If I was still drinking, it would be cool to have a shirt that said, please return to Mr. Mocha.
I mean, you need a shirt like that even though you're not drinking, bro.
True.
Yeah.
I would love that. I love the relationship you guys have, the energy you have, and the freedom you give each other. It's beautiful. I love it.
I appreciate it. She's all right.
Thank you.
I'll keep her around for. I told her I'm gonna wait a few years before I trade her in.
I only hit him in the face a few times when he's asleep at night, just 2 times a week to keep him in line. Is
that why I wake up?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Behave, you. You're terrible.
So you guys been doing it since 2018, right?
8.
Yes.
No, 18.
18 or 8. Oh, I thought you said 8. Oh, okay. I misheard.
18.
Oh, man, 2008, I was still masturbating furiously and thinking, I hate myself and I want my wife to fucking cry, but I hate it. What's going on?
He's still masturbating furiously. I like it.
Yeah, man. I lived it. I'm telling you now.
Is your dick okay?
It's just about working these days. 2018, so I keep thinking that, I always remember we used to describe ourselves as like, we're quite new to the lifestyle and we haven't done this and that. But actually,
I suppose we're not.
I suppose this day we're not really. We've definitely done quite a bit. So
we've seen some things.
We've seen some things. That's pretty good. All right, so your trip to the U.S. You made 2 trips to the U.S. now, right? For lifestyle stuff.
For lifestyle stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So the first. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the first trip was kind of, it wasn't initially going to be a lifestyle trip, but it just kind of, again, it was stars aligned sort of moment. It just so happens. And we kind of joked that by day we were tourists, but by kind of night it was full on lifestyle stuff. And that was, as I say, that was New Year's 2019 going into 2020.
Absolutely.
And then obviously the New Year's just passed as well. We kind of made it over again.
We did, yeah. That first one, I think, there was a real tourist element to it. We were in New York by day and living that, and then hotwife encounters in the evening. But the most recent trip to the States for the recent event was we went with the...
Oh, it's pure lifestyle.
Oh, yeah. It was a massive bucket list thing for us.
I think, once you really, now you guys are going to get to a point, or at least we did, where every trip, no matter where we go, there's going to be some lifestyle happening.
We can call it
this is exactly what you say.
This is what I say. Why would you not want that in your trip, though? Why would you want to go on holiday? Why would you want to go on vacation and not have some great dick?
Yeah. Mrs. Mocha like,
obviously.
Let me see if I find some dick.
It's usually not hard, but I mean, it is hard. The dick's hard.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's hoe shit. That's what we call it. Like you said, it's daytime is just like, let's chill and do some stuff. And then nighttime we do horse shit. Oh, yeah, we did. I did visit my mom when we were at Splash Mocha and pretended like I was not at a whole BBC party.
That's amazing. That is absolutely just wonderful. I love that.
Yeah, that was great.
That's the thing. If you're able to have that in your day, like you can have all these wonderful, fulfilling vanilla experiences, and in the evening, well, I've had my vanilla experiences. Why don't we just? There are people who would like kill to have those kind of experiences that we get to have, and I really appreciate it. I'm grateful every day that we get them.
And I guess when you're going on a lifestyle holiday, you're not going on holiday for sleep and rest.
We got a little bit of sleep and rest. We got a little bit of sleep and rest in our land.
You're back exhausted.
No,
absolutely.
If I don't come back home. If we don't come back home exhausted and, with sore parts.
After our very first mocha.
Oh, my God.
Mr. Mocha and I came, second mocha. Was it the first or second? The first mocha. We both came home. We literally live like 30 minutes from the hotel because our first mocha was Atlanta. We got home. Mr. Mocha looked at me. We both looked like death, okay? Like, I needed like 60 eye patches just to look like I was alive. So Mr. Mocha looked at me. He said, I'm going to go shower. I'm giving you about 20 strokes and I'm going the fuck to sleep. And we went to bed at like 7 p.m. We never do that, like ever. And he did exactly that. We both were like, my pussy was almost swollen shut, of course, because I had fucked more dicks than I care to mention.
No fear, I got in.
Yeah. And then
it worked.
Where there's a will.
I was about to say, where's a will, there's a way.
Exactly.
A man of sheer will.
Yes. My motto at home is if it don't fit, force it.
Exactly. Well, after that though too, that was when I started talking about glass dildos, like freezing the glass dildos and putting them in your pussy, like during the event.
I told you needed the glass dildo whilst we were there.
This is true. Everyone did. That was the recommendation.
The last night of Splash, she was on the bed. We were waiting to see if she'd made a date with two guys. Two guys were going to come to the room. Really nice guys. They were playing. And they said, we're going to come straight after. We're going to come to you straight after. So she's on the bed. She's wearing the leather, the fucking lace shit. She's got the high heels on. And she's dead. She's dead in the bed. And I'm like, this is not going to work. You cannot go on. And so I had to, strip her off and put her in bed. She's going, no, just give them 10 more minutes.
Literally propped up against the head.
I can do it.
I was like, they won't get the best show, but I'll give it a go.
That sounds like a scene from a movie. She's superhero is not. She's going to give everything she has left for the cause.
It is. It's like, but I tell you what.
Not all superheroes wear capes.
Some wear leather and lace and heels and shit.
Yeah, see, that's beautiful.
It was great fun. And we came away from the event having made great friends, but also there were people there who we had great times with who we didn't get to play with, but we made links with, and it was exciting to come away thinking, maybe that's going to happen in the future.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some guys that I've talked to for 3 years before we're actually able to do something, because there's so many people there. That I can't say that it's hard to make a choice because for me, I'm not good at scheduling. I don't want to schedule it. I kind of just want things to happen. And if they do, then cool. And if you catch me at 12:30 and you say, do you want to meet in your room at 1 and I'm near my room, then I say yes. But my problem is I'll talk myself out of a dick because I'll sit in my room and anticipate being tardy to my own fucking room.
talk herself out of it.
So I'll talk myself out of it. I'll be like, okay, I'm just going to go socialize some more because there's too many things. I'm overly stimulated. So I have to, you have to very much catch me on the fly. Like he said, I'm all over the place and then I'm not. And in November at Houston, that was why I was so hyper focused, because I kept getting on the elevator and guys just kept saying like, hey, what are you doing? And I was freshly showered and I was like, you know what? I could take another dick. Let's go back to the room.
I feel like guys weren't saying, what are you doing? I feel like she was getting on and like drafting dick, like you with me, you know, and then she's just taking guys out.
I legit wasn't. Like the last day, that's just how it felt. Like one guy messaged me. I got stuck in the room. Another guy messaged me. I went up to his room, go back to my room. I showered our room. And I showered and then got on the elevator. And then this guy with dreads that was super fucking hot, like got on the elevator and he stared at me like steak. And I was like, do you want a steak dinner, sir? Because I'm here to serve you. Like, let's go. So he came back up to the room and we got some more. So I was in the right headspace and I didn't, like I said, you know how I am. I don't like pressure.
Up until this splash, I'm a night owl and I'm always the last one to come into the room. Last splash, you know, she was dragging herself in there, you know, basically what I imagine, you know, Secret Vixen was like. She's just like dragging herself and then laying in the bed with a box of fucking Cheez-Its, you know, trying to get some, while I'm there like a good husband, sleeping, waiting for her.
No, by the time that I was done, I was usually on my edible. Nobody listens to this, but I was on my edible and I was like, get to the room and it's like doing a bunch of cardio. I was hungry. So one morning I got to our room at 5:00 in the morning and I was eating a sandwich on the like little sofa in our room with a flashlight from my phone, like just sitting there giggling, trying not to wake him up because I couldn't wait for him to wake up to tell him what fuckery I had been doing.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think we had the most sex we've ever had. Usually at Mocha, we don't, like, we'll have sex once or twice at Mocha's because I'm like, she complains that when I get in there, I try to beat her up, and I'm like, I'm not trying to beat you up, I'm just excited. And so usually I don't, but she was such a fucking slut at the last one. I just couldn't contain myself. Like, she come in with that dirty look in her eyes, and I'm like, come here, let me talk to you for a second.
And I'm like, okay, Daddy.
I try to just hear what you've been doing. Come here.
Yeah.
That was like the most exciting for us. I don't know if you guys do this, but for us, like, I always like save it. Like, I'll tell him stuff, but I'll save him the really dirty shit until we're fucking.
Oh my God. Yes, this is her.
Yep. And
go on.
No, go ahead. Tell us.
She's still got some. She's still got some fucking ammo ready from Splash. I'm like, so what happened when you were doing that? She's like, I'll tell you at some point. Like, oh, that bitch.
That's good work.
Oh.
It took me a long time to get her to do this. Like, I just told her, like, you know, she wanted to tell me, and I'm like, nah, don't tell me now. I'll tell you when I'm ready.
But I also was like, he wanted me for like years to like go fuck and not tell him that I was going to fuck. But I couldn't do it. I could not do it. But this past Mocha, I finally was just like, fuck it. Like, oh well. And if I went to like someone new's room, I would text him and tell him like where I was in case some fuck shit goes down. But otherwise, like, I just did not tell him anything. I've literally told him nothing. And then he would text me at like 2:00 in the morning and be like, okay, I'm going to bed. And I would say, okay, I love you, and not tell him where I was and think I was getting in the room to go to sleep. And I walk in and the covers were standing up because his dick was hard. So I was like, well, I guess we're not going to bed.
But you're walking in with the Cheez-Its with the phone light, like sex column, just in the corner, like,
Correct. That was exactly what I was doing. Like, I need a snack first because I need some like carbs so I can have some energy. But then I'm on it.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I think for us, Secret Vixen's only done it once where you did like a little surprise on me.
Well, I was going out for the evening, and before I went out, you just kept going, "Oh, it'd be so nice if it'd be so
nice. That's so English.
It was so hot if you if you went out and then you suddenly messaged me to say that you were with a guy," and I was like, "Okay, noted." And because you kept going on, you were dropping the biggest hints,
like Inception.
It was, but it wasn't cleverly done. It was just hinting. It was like hint, 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 hint. So I went out.
I'll whisper it to you when you're asleep.
Oh, okay. So I went out with a friend, and I was like, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to call him out. So I'd been talking to a guy, and I kind of messaged him and I said, don't suppose you happen to be free at the moment, do you? And turned out he was. And so then I did do the, haha, look where I am.
Yeah, that was really that was really good. I liked that a lot. That was good fun.
It was fun. It was a good night.
Yeah, I'm not a hint dropper. I'm like, hey, I want you to do this. I'm not. Yeah. I don't do hints. Like, I'm not a good subliminal person. I'm just like a caveman. Go fuck. Tell me later.
Also, too, like, because you look scary, it's really hard for me to like sneak someone over, because he wanted me to just like sneak someone over on my lunch break and like fuck while he was at work, and then just tell him afterwards. And it took me a really long time to do that because I can't tell you that you can't tell my husband, because if you don't know us, you're going to think we're on fuck shit. So I don't want you to think I'm on fuck shit. So finally I got his friend to come over and fuck me on my lunch break. And I told his friend afterwards, I was like, oh, hey, by the way, I didn't tell Mr. Mocha. And his face dropped. And now we've been friends with him forever. He knows we're on fuck shit sometimes. And I was like, no, I'm going to tell him. I just didn't tell him like at this moment. And he was like, don't do that to me.
In the face, like, I'm about to die.
I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, he's fine. He's fine. I promise he's fine.
This woman sealed my death warrant.
I mean, but that is like the challenge for me, like, not, because we do fuck with a lot of like really respectful guys. So that's like kind of the challenge. They're like, well, like, should I tell him? Should I not tell him? But I'm also like,
I have to tell guys, dude, you don't have to tell me that you're going to fuck my wife. She's my wife. Okay? I'm aware of the shit that my wife does. I appreciate the respect, but, you know, she's responsible for that, you know, because you'll have, like, it's just like, dude, you're fucking up a wet dream here. Like, just fucking, if like, she offers you some sex, go get the pussy and then just go back home. I don't need you to call and report in like, yeah, everything was good. When I left, the driveway was... Dude, no.
Like the one guy that every time I would text him, he would text you. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, I'm laying next to her in bed. She texts him. He texts her back, then texts me that she's texting me. And I'm like, I thank you for the respect, but dude, if I wanted to be the one sexting you, motherfucker, I'd have sexted you myself. This is between you and her. You're making it weird right now, you know.
I really need you to amp up your game because my edible just kicked in. So.
Oh.
What? You wanted this. You're the one that said you wanted me to be a little chill. So instead of being chilly because it's fucking freezing, I'm a little...
It is cold. It's cold here as well, and we're on the other side of the world.
I just looked out the window. We've got a really heavy frost.
Ooh, nice.
But it's not snow, sadly.
Oh, boo.
Did you say sadly it's not snow?
She said
I love snow. We don't get it. We don't get snow.
England's got quite bad snow in some parts of the country, but we've had none. We've had zero.
We've been cheated.
Yeah.
Cheated out of snow.
You called not getting snow cheated? That's we don't want that. We don't want it.
She wants all of the things. She's very bad.
I like to play. I want to play in the snow.
You're very bad.
Mrs. Mocha sent me out in the snow today.
To get groceries.
She sent me out in the snow, risking my life today.
This motherfucker.
Yes,
this guy's from New York. Okay, he can drive.
Frostbitten. I mean, I could have.
It wasn't even that cold this morning
for her and her snacks.
You still didn't even get me any snacks because I don't have peanut butter M&Ms, sir.
I got you soup.
Oh, that got you interested. Peanut butter M&Ms. I'm not going out in this. I'm staying here.
You'll find. I think you really would have to go very far to hunt together at this time.
I was gonna say you wouldn't let M&M. American chocolate's not your bag. Although that's not strictly speaking true.
If we're talking kind of confectionery,
So I've got some American chocolate for you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the kind she likes, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, you do seem to have a thing, perchance, for American men. This seems to be a thing for you, Secret Vixen.
I think it's the accent.
It is.
Which,
I was just thinking the
ironically,
same thing about you, is the accent.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, it is. It's the accent.
So how often do you guys, do you have clubs there? What's your usual mode of getting out and playing and having fun, like lifestyle fun?
So we do have, the UK is getting really good for clubs and things. I think the club scene is taking off a lot more.
And we live in London, so we got access to some really great local clubs, some really fantastic high-class clubs in London itself. Outside, there's some more sort of fun, relaxed, like naughty clubs.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean,
like Luton and stuff like that.
If I'm honest, I tend to actually prefer the clubs more for the social side of things, because I actually prefer kind of having more social connections with people. So we will go to clubs, but often. So we tend to make connections and then kind of we'll go to like hotels and stuff instead.
Yeah, which is good because I've got a hotel booked for you next month, so that'd be fun for you.
There you go.
So you guys don't really you don't play at the clubs. You'll meet a guy or a couple, or just like. So do you guys like play with couples, or is that just a random thing if you do that?
No, we do still play with couples. We still go to some friends of ours host fabulous kind of couples events, which we'll go along to.
Including the first sort of like hotel takeovers here in the UK, because hotel takeovers aren't a massive thing, but our friends, and if you follow us on Twitter, you've seen all that, do hotel takeovers. Mainly, it's club events, club takeovers, and club theme nights that we go to. But you surprised me. Last time we went to a club night here in the UK for a hotwife night, you did play, and you played in public as well. That was a new one for you.
But as I said, I played in public because I couldn't see people, so in my head they couldn't see me.
I'm telling you now, they could see you.
I know this now because there was one moment where I did look up and I did see that there was an audience.
Yeah, that was it was one of our first. It was our interracial club night. Hosted in the UK, a really nice club, and we chatted to like a couple of guys, and she gave me like the super secret signal, like, which is like, no, not this one, and then like we're like, no, not this guy, and then we met another third guy, and it was like the big guy, like, yep, this is the one. So I went to get a drink. 3 minutes later, came back and they're kissing, and they're already like, we need to go to a room. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Couldn't find a room, so she led us to a public room.
Well, no, I'm gonna call it a nook.
A little nook in the public room.
It was a nook. It was like a corner. So as I said, I couldn't see people.
It's not public because she couldn't see. It's like if you cover your eyes, I am no longer in public. I like that.
Basically, yeah.
Well, like the 10 guys all jerking off in there, they could see you.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, this is a thing that's happening now. But
nice.
Again, it was super respectful. It was a one-on-one encounter.
They respectfully jacked off around her?
Yeah, as in like just at a distance, they were having a good time and enjoying the show, I think. You seem to enjoy your part of it anyway.
I had a wonderful time.
You did.
No complaints from me.
Well, there you go. I think Secret Vixen quite likes being the centre of attention, even if she won't talk about it too much. And I think our recent experience at Splash, where we had loads of guys talking to you all the time, showing you interest, and I think you really thrived. I think this is just like a lifestyle thing when you're getting all that positive attention all the time. It's so wonderful for your self-esteem. I'm not saying you have to go and play with everyone, but it's wonderful and affirming to have people say, oh, do you know what? As you said, you didn't feel like you were sexy before, mum bod, whatever. To have people say, actually, no, I'm really into you. I would love to have sex with you. I'd love to play with you. That's a lovely affirming thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't complain about that.
I agree. I feel like I my self-esteem, even though I feel like Mr. Mocha helps me with my self-esteem a lot, but after Mocha, I have a different pep in my step from all the peen that's been thrown at me.
All the premium peen that you get?
Yes,
All the
yes.
premium, I agree. Yeah, Secret Vixen had some very, very high quality penis being thrown at her there, and she enjoys that. And you come back with, like I said, a spring in your step because you've been made to feel as sexy as your husband always tells you are.
Yeah.
I will tell her how great she is. I'll tell her how sexy I think she is.
Yeah, I mean, you are fabulous at kind of complimenting me and things, but then in my head I'm all like, well, you're biased. You're my husband. You have to say nice things about me.
Yeah.
But then it's reaffirming then when other people are saying things that you tell me.
Mr. Mocha's really good at, he's like super touchy-feely with me because I need that, because I am really weird if a whole bunch of like random guys do that. I like his touch. I mean, I'm fine. Clearly, we're fucking, so I'm fine with you touching me. But, like, if someone asks me if they can give me an erotic massage, I get immediately, like, I feel like I'm autistic or something. Like, no, I can't do that because that would be too touchy. Like, no, I don't want to. But
that's it. That's because there are certain lines where maybe there's some things that are more on the intimacy side, and like if that's not the intimacy you're looking for, if you're looking for the sex side in a pure sort of carnal way, you're looking for that. And if you're looking for an intimacy, romantic, love-related thing, that could be a different thing.
And see, I'll tell you, this is the bullshit about Mrs. Mocha. I'm going to let you guys in on a secret, okay? So Mrs. Mocha, if somebody somebody at a party offers her a massage, she's like, I don't want a massage, I want dick. But now if her husband offers her a massage, she accuses me of not trying to give her a massage, but trying to give her dick. I felt like that's what she really wanted.
This guy has never completed a 5 minutes of a massage on me, but he used to be a massage therapist. So then he started doing like OnlyFans and shit. And I'm watching him give these ladies like 30 minutes of a massage, and I'm like, motherfucker, like my shoulder was really hurting.
It wasn't me, it was the dick.
The dick as well.
It was the dick, it wasn't me.
So cover.
Exactly. These things happen.
Yeah, I slipped.
It's okay. I can't complain.
But this is also you.
Yeah, I know, but I like
the same thing.
I like having sex with you, so you know. But I like massaging, but also because
sometimes I just want a massage.
No, we'll be massaging.
What does that mean?
Like pushing your ass up into me and shit.
Yes, exactly.
More than massage.
Define.
My body's betraying me.
Your body's betraying you. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, she's like, actually, I would quite like to be fucked now.
Yeah, like the definition of a massage for your wife, or like at night, my wife will complain because I'll roll over, and when I'm asleep, like I'll try to cuddle her, and then the next
We've
day,
never had a successful cuddle.
Me.
We've never had a successful real live cuddle. It's always turned into he's fucking me.
False accusations.
Successful realized cuddle. I love this.
Yeah,
I want that on the t-shirt. All I want is a realized cuddle.
Yes.
I feel like I've given you cuddles.
Literally the only time. Okay, let's just mark this on the books. Okay, Daddy, because
I'm here.
Listen, the only time you've given me a successful cuddle is after my surgery.
I was there for you.
That you could not actually fuck me because my pussy was broken.
But I cuddled you?
No. Then you would complain about not being able to put your leg on me because I would be like, oh, you can't put your leg on me because you kept trying to hit my stitches with your heavy-ass thigh.
So
his one leg is as big as both of my legs put together.
So she does this thing like I'm very warm.
My wife is not in the way to this about Mr. Mocha's thighs. Stop it.
Sorry.
They're very large thighs. Let me just let me throw that out there. You can see them. I'll expose them next time you see him. I'll make him expose them for you.
I feel like a piece of meat right now.
They're very big legs.
Good.
He does not skip leg day, ever. Okay? So go ahead, Daddy.
Can't do that. Well, no, I was just saying how, just talking about, how I allegedly don't cuddle with you this morning. I'm pretty sure I tried to cuddle before you start running.
I always have to. You did not cuddle me.
I tried.
I could tell you that I was having a nervous breakdown and you'd still be trying to fuck me.
But she's trying to
I'm trying to calm you down. Oh my gosh, she's losing it. Let me whip my dick out. Like
That's always the answer.
No, so what makes her laugh when she's in a shitty mood, if I whip my dick out and I start doing the helicopter or like, swinging back and forth and let it like slap like hip to hip, she loves that shit.
Side note, Mr. Mocha used to be a stripper back in the day. We're just going to let your business out there. So he's very good.
Secret Vixen, these things.
Man.
Her face is just like dropping on her jaws on the floor. Stop this shit.
Listen, do you realize there's some dudes on here who I know who's going to crack jokes, and then there's that. Look, Mary's up there. She's going to be questioning me about my stripper days now. I mean,
it was in his 20s, but let me go further into that. Mr. Mocha cannot dance, so he was just probably pretty swinging his dick around. He's still pretty, and he still swings his dick around, but he contrary to popular belief, not all black men have rhythm and can dance. He can sing, but he cannot dance. Like I'm the dancer, and if he's dancing on me, like
I just let her take the wheel.
Yeah, like moves back and forth, and I'm like, okay, Daddy, thank you so much for dancing with me.
It's like anxiety. She's like, you gonna dance with me? I'm like, fuck. Are you serious? Like, she'll give me she'll hit me with the, like, I need this, like, I need you to dance with me in public thing. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And I go out there and I do it and I count songs. I'm like, all right, I'm going to at least give her 3 songs, because that's the right thing.
Mary said she has no questions.
Will there be demands? Will there be demands, Mary?
Yes, he used to be a stripper, and he is very pretty. I say that to him all the time. So I think I build up his self-esteem too, but his response to me, Secret Stag, is the same as what Secret Vixen gives you, which is like, oh, well, you're married to me, so you're just being sweet. And I'm like, no, I really fucking...
That. You have to say that.
No, I don't have to say that, because
That's what she says, and it's like, no, you really are a good-looking woman. And you're a beautiful woman, Mrs. Mocha. You are both beautiful queens, and you deserve to have lovely experiences with lovely guys.
Oh, she definitely has a lot of experience with guys.
Yeah, but also, let me give you a massage, and we'll see how it goes. I can do at least 2 minutes of a massage.
That's actually a perfect number for you, because I would get weird as soon as you started. So that give me enough time to not get weird.
Yeah. If your dick's touching her leg and it's hard, you're good. There's got to be an erect penis on her.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, so last question. Well, and we might find some more, but so have you done a gangbang yet? Do you want to do a gangbang?
I'm not getting involved in this at all.
So I have not yet partaken in a gangbang, and having now been to obviously the event, I think my interest has been piqued. I think I would be more inclined to give it a go.
I love that.
That's the most PG version.
I love the slow truth coming out, because she was always like the one guy, and then she had one guy, and I was with me. It's like, well, that was 2 guys. So that didn't count because you were there. That wasn't the same. And then you've been with like multiple guys in an orgy situation.
Yeah, in an orgy situation, I've played with multiple guys.
But that wasn't penetration. That was like blowjobs and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I think you would really like a gangbang, personally.
So, Secret Vixen.
Why is that?
Because you enjoy the attention. I think you'd like all the hands on you. I think you'd like all the attention being on you. I think you'd like all the dicks on you.
If you want, next time we see each other, I can help you out, and I can be your partner. So my first gangbang I did not have a partner, but...
No, your first gangbang. Wasn't that in the hotel when I took you to the hotel and blindfolded you?
No, I was just sucking dicks. That wasn't a gangbang.
Oh, excuse me.
That's not a gangbang.
There's only 7 dicks in the room. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
You just said sucking dicks doesn't count.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it is if you're getting fucked while you're sucking the dicks or playing with the dicks. Like, yes. Yeah. But if you would like,
circle of dicks doesn't count.
for me to be comfortable, I had to have Mr. Mocha in the room. And if I do gangbangs now and he's not in the room, I just make sure there's like a friend there, because do I want the attention on me? Yes. But what if this is me overthinking my fucking life, but what if I have to go pee? I can't just leave all 7 dicks standing there jacking off while I have to go pee. So if I have a stand-in, we're all like doing the same thing, and it's okay. I'm like, okay, I'll be right back. I go pee, clean up, come back, and then.
This is very sensible.
Yes.
So hang on, how many guys are we talking? We're talking Mrs. Mocha, Secret Vixen, and how many guys?
We could start off with like 5 or 6.
I mean, I think there should be at least 4 apiece, just to make sure.
No. 5 or 6.
5 or 6 apiece?
6.
Wow,
so that's
I mean,
3
you're getting
apiece.
a little greedy.
6. It would be 3 apiece.
3 apiece?
3 apiece.
No, because I said there's the break. It's the break. So if we have.
Vixen's like nodding along, like analysing it. Yes, I could do that. I could do that.
She counting on her fingers right now, like doing the math.
But the problem with the gangbang also is that it has to be a group of guys that are all comfortable with each other. Because there are some guys that. So my very first gangbang actually was at Trapeze, and Mr. Mocha was there. So like Friday nights here is like single guy nights. So he was going through watching me watch all these guys. So all of a sudden I'm in a room and there's 6 or 7 guys in there, which I'm ecstatic about. But I think I only really got 2 hard dicks the whole time, because nobody could really perform. But it was exciting to me because I was sucking dicks.
Was that the one with...
that was at Trapeze.
Skid?
No. That was after my hysterectomy.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, you were a professional by then.
Yeah, no, this was the very first one.
She was juggling balls like a circus performer by that time. I'm sorry.
But that was only 5 guys. That was only 5 guys, so that was
Like the
fine.
burger
Only 5
place.
guys, I love it. Well, Secret Vixen's a novice, so if you're the expert, Mr. Mocha, you're going to have to take her by the hand and lead.
Hates me.
I am the gangbang queen, but like I said,
Whoa, don't calm down.
am I not?
Calm down. When's the last time you had yourself a good gangbang, honey? I think you're out of practice.
Our last party,
I think that was like 12
September.
years ago.
That was September.
Close enough. You're out of practice.
It was September.
I'm inviting some guys over here.
Right. No. I need a friend first. I need a friend. I told you I have to phone a friend for that. It makes it easier because I don't.
She always wants like a team member when she does this.
It's the energy. I'm not into women, but if I have a friend for support, like I said, if I need to get up and take a break, that friend is still having a good time. Like I'm not leaving them alone. Like I feel bad, just like leaving the room when there's guys just standing around jacking their dicks. So it's easier to do it with 1 or 2 other women. So
So considerate.
I am considerate.
I'm curious then. So Vixen, you, as I said, this has always been sort of something, and she knows I'm into it big time. I'd love her to do something like this because I'm all about the energy being on her. You're nodding along to this conversation. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking of like getting on the laptop and like looking at flights.
If you come If you come to our house, it will be even better. Because I always feel like even if I do gangbangs at Mocha, it's usually in our room because I need to be safe. I'm not saying I'm unsafe at Mocha in any way, shape, or form, but it's controlled for me. I can say no or yes to whoever comes in my room. If you're just in like the take 5 room, you can't just. It's harder to navigate because there's so many people that come in there. So that for me, again, like. I overthink the fuck out of it, and I'm like, oh no, I can't do this. But I should not be like that, but I am. But yeah, if you come to our house, we got the whole play basement.
She's a fucking animal.
And I got all my boy toys that will be more than happy to come over and drop off some dick for 2 women.
Drop off some dick.
Yeah.
It's like an Uber.
Yeah.
That's what Uber Black is for. What'd you say?
Mr. Mocha, do you get involved in the gangbangs? One kind of guy.
No, so usually what happens is this. Okay, your wife comes to visit for the sake of a gangbang. Okay, she gets here, you guys get here on this day. I have my way with her the day before the gangbang. All right, and then I just make sure everything is going well during the gangbang. Now, every once in a while, depending upon how I'm feeling, you know,
How much liquor he's had.
how much alcohol I've had, you know. I might jump in there and, do a cameo, jump in there, but usually I just kind of direct traffic, make sure everything's good, sit back and perv on the old lady and give her the look like you're going to get it later.
The wicked smile you had on your face, Vixen, when he said, I'll just have my way with her. Like, you are terrible. You're a terrible wife.
And she giggles.
I mean, here's the thing. It's okay. Like I said, if you come in to town, I always make sure my friends have a good time. And what, like, all of my regulars are really good about is if I say, hey, I have a friend here. And they're like, fuck yeah, I'm on the way. Like, most guys don't even ask me for pictures anymore. They just, okay, what time do I need to be there?
Yeah. Even if they find out she's a silly English lady.
You might have more. You might have more than you were planning on.
Correct. So we learned that actually the hard way because, like with our like house parties and stuff like that, we were always like everybody else who were like, oh, only 50% of the RSVPs will show up. For one of the BBC parties, I know I fucked 18 guys in the night, and I didn't even feel like I fucked 18 of the guys. Like, it was just what's like crazy is it was just like flowing so well. Like you didn't even know, like you're in the room with, 3 guys and you're like, okay, yeah, that's good. And the guys are so good too about just being like, okay, like I'm going to clean off and go to somebody else. Yeah. Which is great. And then you go into another room and you got your friend and 5 other guys and you're like, okay, yeah, let's go into this room. Then you go into the next room and there's 3 or 4 guys in there, or you end up, well, I think I'm just going to sit here on the sofa and take a break. And then I was sucking a dick and getting fucked on the sofa. So I was like, this is what? Okay.
And then she banned, so the one party, like she banned, she's like, there's no fucking in the kitchen. I don't want anybody fucking in my kitchen. So she gave me this long speech about nobody fucking in her kitchen. Okay. I come out of the fucking bedroom and guess who's getting fucked by not one, but 2 dudes in the goddamn kitchen.
No, it was 3.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
I've got an idea who it is.
3. Yes. And I'm sitting there staring like, what happened? And so she give me the smile and like, well, it happened here. So now like literally every party, somebody fucks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So, when you come to our house, I'm letting you know the counters, they have DNA on them. Okay.
We just don't.
We clean them, but hey, I'm just saying.
We do have like a bigger size house, and for some reason,
a small ass kitchen.
Yeah, and for some reason, people always bottleneck into our kitchen. It's insane, and I'm just like, why are we here? There's literally 2,000 other square feet to fuck in. Like, why are we in the kitchen?
There's 3,000 other square feet, and everyone crams into that little area, and the problem is Mrs. Mocha stays in that area. So it's really her fault. And I'll 50 times now, like, honey, take everybody out of the kitchen, like all the liquor's downstairs in the huge open space. And she's like, okay. And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, honey, like 10 minutes ago, I asked you to take people out. Oh, yeah. She'll walk 3 feet toward the door and then stop. And so finally, I'm like, something, fuck it. I'm just going to go about my own devices and,
But we do have some good videos from the kitchen.
There you go.
We do.
Yeah, but if, like, back to the real subject, but if you want a gangbang, you just have to give us a few weeks. Try not to do a holiday because all of our friends either have, like, kids or something. So a few weeks and we can gather the masses.
Yeah, she'll be on looking for flights tonight.
When Secret Vixen sets up a GoFundMe page.
GoFundMe page for Secret Vixen's first
Very nice.
gangbang.
Secret
Vixen's first BBC gangbang.
It can't be. Well, I mean, you guys should just come to Mocha, Atlanta.
Well, we would love to go to Mocha again. We need to figure out how, because obviously we have our job commitments and our children and stuff. We just want to go over there. What we need is friends to come over to the UK, and then we'll have some fun in the UK. It's wet. It's really nice out there. It's like really warm outside, probably.
So warm.
It's so nice. You'll love the weather.
There's no snow. Remember, I've said there's no snow.
I feel like you're trying to trick us.
But I can't get all my hoes to come to UK.
Ah, we have a few friends.
Okay, I can change the GoFundMe page.
The GoFundMe. Mr. Smoker to the UK.
I mean,
BBC import.
we could. I'm sure. You know what though? Like, not to mention her name, but Subgirl and Dawn Boy were just recently in UK, and they are actually lifestyle too. So we could probably find some people there.
Mm-hmm. Going to UK, with,
and we actually met somebody else from UK. Well, his wife / is she girlfriend, fiance, lives in UK. So
I have no idea.
But
you don't want to know all the people.
You're right.
I know who you're talking about. I think whose girlfriend lives in the UK. I think of the same person. Yeah, there are some freaky people here. We got some fun people.
You're here, so
There's some freaky people
I'm
here.
pretty freaky.
Well, we appreciate freaky people always.
Well, I realize. Okay, so now you have 3 options. So no pressure though, Secret Vixen. Okay, no pressure at all. You can come here, come to Mocha, or we'll try to come there. But if we try to come there, it'll probably be like the summer, sadly.
Yeah. Hang on. Do all 3 of these options end with Secret Vixen having a gangbang?
Yes.
Well, you can't control a gangbang in the UK.
We can figure it
I'll
out.
take all 3 options. all 3 options.
Maybe we can talk to our friend that's in the UK and she can have a gangbang without me in the UK.
Well, you're coming
But
with
now
me.
that will feel like a betrayal.
True.
Yeah.
Facts. You're right.
I
Okay.
can't do that to you. I can't do that.
But what it is, I could call you whilst it's happening. I could just explain what's happening to you, Mr. Mocha.
That's
This
good.
video
That's good.
description.
Video,
Yeah, I thought
WhatsApp.
you'd like that. I knew you'd like that. Yeah. Mr. Mocha's on board.
Yeah, I'm definitely there for that. I'm there for all of that. I am happy to be an observer, and I'll critique what's happening, and it'll be like game footage for when it's my turn.
You'll jump in probably.
It depends. It all depends. I mean, like I'm there's sometimes I come down, I feel good, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, let me stand back and watch.
Hey,
It depends.
do you know what? I can tell you now, just from chatting to you two, we wouldn't need a gangbang to have a good night. I know the four of us going to sit down, have a few laughs, and shoot some shit and just talk. You are good people, and you just get good vibes. I just know we'd have a good night. Even without a gangbang.
I mean, you said just talk, so is everything else off the table? Just checking.
Oh, spoil sport.
I just want to make sure I can do something else besides talk.
I just need to know, is there going to be snacks provided?
There'll be snacks at the gangbang, yeah.
Yes.
I'm a good snack guy. I can get the snacks for the gangbang.
All I need is
You would be good at getting the snacks.
peanut butter M&Ms. That's all I need.
Noted.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I don't have any more questions, but we do need to plan outside of this. What if we really want to do something? Because I think we can make it work. Mary says, "Ugh, I love it here, gangbang and freaky people with chocolate. Yes, American chocolate."
Mary, you're invited.
Hang on now. Are we talking chocolate or are we talking chocolate now? Because
Yes.
British chocolate is superior to that Hershey. Confectionery-wise, is the superior chocolate. I'm going to put it out there.
You will not get a
Don't
fight.
start a
You will
war.
not get a fight from that. For that. Now, Swedish chocolate is better, but
That is true.
British, yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll bring Toby.
Central European chocolate is good. Is good. American chocolate, I'm not here for it. But my wife does enjoy all kinds of American chocolate, apparently.
So we're working on we're going to figure out this gangbang. I think Mary just volunteered.
She said freaky people. I just read it. Were you listening?
No, I'm just saying she's volunteering to help you guys. So that means we're going to have to bring in more dicks.
Oh, listen,
The three
I
of you,
really
20
do
dicks
not
between the three of you. That should
feel
work.
like it'll be hard to find dicks. Like that's not.
No, it's never hard to find.
It's usually harder to find the women that will jump into the party.
Yeah, because they'll talk. Ladies will talk trash about how bold they're going to be, then they'll show up and they're like,
Or they'll freak out because they think people are going to judge them because they like fucked 8 guys in a night or whatever. But like I'm going to wear that with a badge. If I could get a tattoo for every dick that I fucked, like my body would be covered.
It'd be like a full body. So
it would be cute. Maybe I should start getting a teardrop for everyone.
Her body would look like a fucking rainstorm.
Get a teardrop, not for everyone that I killed, but everyone that I fucked. It would be a tsunami.
Yeah.
Cute.
A tsunami of teardrops.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I just want you to know I judge my wife for this behavior.
That's okay. Mr. Mocha is just a little more chill than I am when it comes to, like, he's like more of like the passionate side. Like, he likes one-on-one, like, passionate stuff. I'm more of like, let's go swim in a fucking sea of dicks.
Let's go in the sea of dicks.
Yeah.
It just makes it less pressury. There's less pressure if I
It's
do
less
that.
pressure when there's 6 dudes as opposed to just one. I see how that
No,
works.
because then, like, if it's just the one guy, like Secret Vixen was saying, it like it's kind of awkward in the beginning, like if you don't know what to say or what you're talking about, because there are some guys that look like chiseled like gods, and then when you get in the room, like, you don't really have anything in common with them, but you still want to have sex with them. But if there's 4 chiseled gods, you don't have to talk. You just know what to do. Everybody knows that we're there. Just pull your dicks out, and I'll start sucking all of them at the same time.
You had her at chiseled gods, basically.
Chiseled gods, yeah.
And Mrs. Mocha's like, I'll just start sucking it. And she would, too. She's that kind of person.
I literally, at the Houston Mocha, I fluffed for my friend.
You are such a good friend.
I want
See,
to...
I'm going to say it again. Not all heroes wear capes.
She's a good friend.
Yes, like, I'll keep all the dicks up if you're fucking them. Like, if I need a break. That's, like, my break. It's like, I'll suck. Okay, come over here, suck. Da-da-da. And then you go, okay, go back to her. You're good now. Ch-ch-ch. Go.
There's so much of these logistics I'm looking forward to seeing.
She's got it all worked out.
I do. I've done this a few times.
Yeah. Well, we are looking forward to not only coming up with a strategy to see you guys in person, but hopefully having you guys on the podcast again. I know it's a little after 2 a.m. for you guys, so we will,
It is.
let you wrap it up.
I thought she was going to fall asleep, but then you started talking about gangbangs, and
It's amazing that will wake someone up.
Well, maybe we can have it after podcast after your first gangbang.
oh my god!
Post
Imagine it's gonna be
gangbang.
like going,
I've seen some things.
Listen, Secret Stag, you and I will just do a podcast while they're both getting worked over in the background.
I'm here for that.
That's what we'll do.
100%.
That's what we'll do.
I'm here for that 100%, Mr. Mocha. Yes.
And you will hear the filth that comes out of my wife's mouth during sex. And sometimes
Secret
I'm like,
Vixen.
I can't even look at you.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Oh my god, more. And Secret Vixen might say something.
might say a rude word.
You might say a rude word.
Oh, A. Oh, yeah.
A singular rude
Can
word.
you say a rude word for us now?
I'm not a performing monkey.
Maybe one rude word.
What do you want me to say?
What rude word would Mr. Mocha like you to say?
Oh gosh.
Mr. Mocha, what do you want her to say? And she's going to say it in her English, completely non-filthy voice.
Hey, let me think here. Now, listen, we were putting her on the spot. But
Fuck this dirty little slut pussy.
Oh yeah, I want that.
So what? Say again.
she's got to write it down. Let
Fuck
me write
this
this down.
dirty little slutty pussy.
Oh, for goodness sake! Fuck this dirty little slutty pussy.
There was not enough emotion in that.
I'm
okay,
so dead.
that
She's
was.
on the
I
spot.
don't remember what I had to say.
Got it. With feeling.
Oh gosh.
This is a soundbite.
Secret Stag, you might need to put a finger in her. Okay, you might need to rub on her a
No,
little bit.
it's okay. You know what? Don't put any pressure on Secret Vixen, okay? It's hard to do it when you don't have a dick in you. I'm just accustomed to saying really fucked up shit.
You want me to put a dick in you?
No, like literally, I'm good with like saying fucked up shit. So you have to practice those. So you stand in the mirror, and those are my like affirmations for myself. Like, oh, you're such a dirty little slut. Take that, pussy motherfucker. No, I don't say the motherfucker part, but I do have to like I literally like turn on really like hoary music that like while I'm getting ready at like Mocha or wherever else, so that I can like get my brain going on what.
Yeah, she
the
does play the
nasty-
most sexually explicit music. I'm
I
like,
do.
I remember in the beginning, I walked in and I would walk in like, what the fuck are you listening to? And where do you find this kind of music at? And, she'll laugh because, I didn't know that she was like, I don't even understand how she gets the playlist she gets, because all of her music before it's time to play is just all nasty.
Let's just put it this way. Mr. Mocha has like a very big genre of music, and Mrs. Mocha's music is ratchet stuff. Like, I like ratchet music.
She likes hardcore hip hop, like, and she likes like dirty Southern hip hop music, like, and rap music. And I'm from the North, so I still like old school hip hop from up north. And my wife listened to stuff that I'm pretty sure our kids probably listen to, and I'm like. Yeah, she knows all the songs and all the words and all the lyrics.
But, I mean, like, the whole point of that story, before you keep knocking me about my music,
I'm judging you.
Don't care, okay? Because it's I don't listen to that with people around. That's my own time, okay?
I'm people.
We listen and we don't judge, Mr. Mocha.
I judge.
So,
Yeah.
long story short, I, listen to something dirty before I go into doing that because it motivates me, music. So, whatever motivates you to get into horror mode, do that. But that always does it for me.
We put this playlist on whenever she's fucking at Splash, and I swear she's become like a fucking sleeper agent now. As soon as the music kicks in, I'm like, oh, she's ready to go now.
I like that.
I came in the car the other day when we were with the kids, and she was like looking at me like, oh shit, I'm getting triggered.
Flashback.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yep.
We're going to have fun.
Yeah, we are. We are. Okay, well, we're going to let you guys go to bed because I know that it's really late, and we really appreciate you guys jumping on and talking to us and telling us your story, and we hope that we can have you guys back on again.
It's been an absolute pleasure to be here.
Well, until the next time, because we definitely are going to have a next time, thank you for hanging out with Mrs. Mocha and I. And we will see you guys on the next episode of O Faces.
Bring it over to this mirror so I can see your legs trembling. I got it so